Okay, so I don't know how many of you keep up with the NFL, but a major problem right now is concussions. And I don't know if you know him, but this is Aaron Hernandez. He used to be a former player for the New England Patriots. He was a very talented player who in 2010 was drafted by the Patriots in the 4th round. And then in 2013 he was charged with murder. And the doctors scanned over his brain, and then they found out that he had the worst case of CTE that they've ever seen in a person that was under the age of 46, and he was only 27. And TBI is traumatic brain injury. It's a major cause of death and disability in the United States. In 2014, there was over 2.87 million TBI-related hospitalizations, and nearly 50,000 of those ended up being deaths. And then the same year, there's an estimated 800,000 children ages 17 or younger treated for concussions or TBI-related injuries. And concussions are just becoming more and more of an issue in sports as the medical field keeps finding out how bad the long-term effects are on your brain, and how it causes brain damage, memory loss, depression, and in some cases suicide, as Hernandez actually killed himself in 2017 in prison. He hung himself. And this is Rob Gronkowski, also a Patriots player who just recently retired at a young age. He was drafted in the same draft class as Aaron Hernandez, to the same team. And he was one of the top players at his position, and he says that in his life he probably had 15, 20 concussions in his life, and can remember 5 of those where he just completely blacked out and has no idea what happened during the game or anything. And then for me, playing in high school, Iverson Bello was one of my teammates who last year he took a hit over the middle and got completely knocked out, and that's a pretty scary thing to see one of your teammates just kind of limp on the field, knocked out, not really knowing. And then Big Mac was another player who had to sit out because he had a bunch of concussions early in high school, and he faces seizures all the time still because of it. And the NFL is doing a lot of things to try to prevent concussions and help. Like, they spent $60 million to partnership with biochemical engineers to study and do tests to make the best helmets available. And they also have changed a lot of the rules. Even in high school, if you hit helmet to helmet, you're kicked out of the game. In NFL, you're kicked out and you get fined pretty heavily. And the NFL has also been partnering with a bunch of youth programs and donating. There's been a lot of donating money towards these programs to try to help the youth and just train them how to tackle differently, so you don't hit helmet to helmet and cause stress on your neck and head. And then there are so many football players who are having trouble with post-concussion issues, but the NFL and even youth football has been spending lots of money to try to help change the game, and that's about it.